slanted sparking. You're terrible. You're not gonna get any better if you don't do it yourself. Trying to.
I'm going to stand over here.
Goodness. Legal.
Really ready? Thank you.
Oh, you already got that? Okay, let me tell
I have to pee. Did you get that?
Oh, we did.
What is the sanitizer name?
I don't know.
Oh, you hold the little grips.
So what is that measuring?
By fan. So what, 27% body fat?
Who's next?
I already know I'm
Good job.
Stand still and upright.
411.
I'm blocking the sensor.
Measuring your weight and height.
These are all wet.
If you would like to measure your body fat percentage, apply hand sanitizer and place your hand on the sensor as shown in the figure. Otherwise, step down from the platform. Enter your details using the keypad.
Wait, what?
Dude, I've already put it on. Come on.
Your body fat percentage.
Yeah.
Come on, my arm's hurting. Hurry up. Yeah. Are you done? Yeah.
Enter your details using the keypad. Enter your details using the keypad. Your ticket is being printed.
It's gonna be slightly inaccurate. Okay.
Slightly.
Oh, I can record. Oh, I thought I couldn't record when I close the thing.
Oh.
My hands hurt.
That thing feels weird. Huh?
Right. It's okay.
Just take this home, bro. Actually, we should be using it now. Not artificial light.
Ready? Which one? Represents power. Thank you for getting away, Mark.
I had one burn out on the other night. Like this will last that long. It lasts as long.
I'm still using CRT.
I know, man. Look at you. What a wasting environment. Wasting the environment. Look at you.
Okay, I use it.
Go ahead, do it, Bernard. Do it. Show 'em how it's done.
I'm gonna race someone. Hey, yours is already started.
It's alright.
No one else wants to try.
We don't want it.
guess you
It's fun and interactive, this place.
Oh.
There, you touch it. Touch it.
Yeah, I'm taking my cautionary steps.
What the hell?
Let's try.
Let's try. How'd you do like 94? Two stores. Get the camcorder away.
What happens when you buy one for 100 and nobody else? Yeah. So you buy one, you get one, and remember the joke? They don't need a radio. They can't eat that.
The water one?
Oh, good, huh? Do it again. Do it again.
You can't eat the radio.
Look for the brightest concentration of lights. Notice how you can see the shapes of the continents because coastline areas are more highly populated. Since
most hurricanes that hit Central America, Cuba, and the United States begin from a line of storms in the Atlantic Ocean. Notice the spinning clouds that form along the equator near Africa. These storms get larger and more defined as they move west and gain more energy from warm waters. Hurricanes are formed when warm ocean water evaporates and then condenses over and over in a cycle that is combined.
No.
yeah, bro.
Have to build. These people are taking on. That's annoying. What? The front door one, which is, I think that. Oh, yeah. Every person who walks in. That's like constant.
Why don't you start fresh?
Sounds a chime.
There you go. Start fresh.
Good work. Thank you.
Oh man. You play the person on the other side?
Because 3 and 4 people are on it.
That's the air I guess.
Something about yourself. I am.
Hey, you know what? We'll probably just next time we have to leave earlier in the morning.
Okay, come straight your legs. Straight your last leg. Come here. Okay, then you can say I want. Nothing.
Where are all the other pictures I took?
What the emphasis on? Oh, look at that, that's me.
Nice and blank.
Yeah, that's
What the hell is you? Why are you breaking it, man? Hack. No kid. I'm gonna break it.
This cracked.
No, it seems like it. I didn't do it.
all tap.
Sleep.
Your fingerprints.
Right over there, underneath the. Right in there. Yeah.
Do it again.
Oh, maybe it's Chi-Chi, I don't know.
I don't know. That's nice.
I don't know no Eastern languages, so. Chi-Chi sounds like a dog. I want to go to Japan. That's the one I want to go to. Yes, so was I.
I'm only 9 years old, man.
Happy New Year. Sam's gonna record. I'm recording you. I think you guys should stand up.
Oh, here's a line?
I want to go and then. I think there's no room for you on this one, Zavdi. We can do the next one.
I know. It's can't do something that's good, Mama.
The good news about waiting about this, the next one is 7.66 was 8.3. I always get a line for the next one.
Yeah, I'm going for the next one.
I'm not.
Plus the,
Yeah, we have a camera up there that takes a picture of you when you're a quick start. And it's right over there. You can save one of your tickets to the internet.
Do you scan your ticket after you do or?
Yeah, after. If you do it now, you get somebody else's earthquake.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Those people don't look like me.
Avima, where did you go? Where are you? After.
Over there.
Less than a minute.
You want to go along?
It's a number of seconds.
There's still the earthquake going on. Well, they're building the tower.
I'm just gonna build one building, one more.
I may hug you, but it'll be okay.
7, 5.
You don't get any warning.
Look at their demolished
Well, it's because it's not massive.
You have to make it like a really wide
Good job. Your photograph's over there and can make an earthquake over here.
See with the camera.
You just messed it up. Whatever. I'm gonna mess it up again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You get maximum thrust. That means that you can't move it anymore. All the way this way and all the way down there. Okay, so this is like right and left. See the arrows remind you? This is backward and forward. Okay? See the arrows remind you? Okay? And here is your laser weapon system, right? So that's the laser designator. Get that directly at your target track, which is right now there. See that blinking light? Okay, that's right there, right. He is up. You have to take him out. Okay, that means get your laser beam directly on him. I'm going to help you out initially, then it's up to you, okay? Ready to go? Gun, you are the right stuff. You are America's hope. Okay, now let's move you over to a proper firing solution. I'm going to hold the fuel lines out of the way of the beam. Use your thrusters. Come on, use your thrusters. Get that lined up exactly. Get that lined up exactly. Bingo! Positive shoot that new target. High gain antenna. Rotate around that way. Continue rotation. Whoa, get your target track. New target firing solution with blue grid. Come on. Drawing the laser designator on the edge of the target track. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at the target track.
Want to see the LED, I mean the UV light shining.
On mine?
1348 Benchwater Street, home of Maria Perez, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Perez, and certified bundle of energy. I live at 1346, which gives me the very great privilege of being Maria's neighbor. She keeps me on my toes these days. I think you'll see what I mean. I think I hear her coming now.
the garage to work on my project.
Morning. You're up early. I guess you've already met Mr. Thomas. Now that he's retired, he spends all his time in his garden. That is when he's not telling me his stories. Have you told him about my project yet?
I wouldn't dream of it, Maria. You better bring him up to speed.
At school, we've been learning about energy and how we use it in our everyday lives. Did you know that as a planet, we throw out 12 billion batteries a year? That's not good for the environment. Here's something even more interesting. The Earth gets more energy from the sun in one day than all the power plants in the world produce in 1 year. Our teacher wants us to do a report on what we've learned so far. But I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to invent something that will help me stop wasting batteries and still be able to listen to my CD player. My invention will be my report.
As an inventor, you'll be taking your place in a line of very distinguished people. That's because our world is full of inventions which make our lives easier. That lawn chair over there was invented. So's the vacuum your dad's using inside the house. Even these garden shears were invented by someone. It would be hard to imagine what our lives would be like without our inventions. That's because inventions solve real-life problems.
It's like a game. You tell us the problem and we'll try to guess the invention.
Okay, then. Are you ready? It's 1944. While on vacation with her family, a young girl asks her father why she can't see the picture he's just taken of her. What did her father invent so that she could have her own way?
That's an easy one. Instant cameras.
Right. The Polaroid camera was invented by Edwin Land. The Land camera, as it was called, first went on sale 4 years later in 1948. All right, here's another. People and computers don't talk the same language. People use words, and computers use numbers like ones and zeros. This made talking to a computer very difficult and very tedious. Oh, what invention solved this problem?
A computer language? Like Windows or BASIC?
Right on the money. But exactly what language? Rear Admiral Grace Murray Hopper invented the very first computer language that used English words to program a computer. She showed that computers could be used for more than math problems. Incidentally, Admiral Hopper coined the word debug to mean repairing a computer glitch when she discovered a moth inside a computer she was fixing. Here's one more. Listen to this movie soundtrack.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
Got it? Now listen to the way it sounded to audiences when it was first used in 1977.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
What's the invention?
The second version sounds a lot better. It's clear and richer. But I'm not quite sure what the invention is.
An invention of Ray Dolby's, famous for inventing Dolby noise reduction. Dolby Stereo revolutionized the way sound is heard in theaters today. Ray Dolby even won an Academy Award for his invention.
We better get back to work. I did mention that you're going to help me with my project, didn't I? Good, I thought so. Here's the plan so far. We need to find a way to replace all the disposable batteries we use for things like portable stereos and games. Now you're thinking rechargeable batteries do that already, but let's be realistic. There's never a charged one around when you need one, and they can still run out in the middle of a good song. But think about a car battery. Whenever you use your car, the battery is charging, so it's always juiced up when you need it. That's where these old solar calculators come in. Solar calculators have solar panels, which, as you know, turn everyday sunlight into electricity. My plan is to attach a bunch of solar panels to this vest, so when I walk around outside, the vest is continually creating electricity. Then what we do is wire the solar panels to a battery charger in this waste pouch. From the waste pouch, you should be able to run all of your electronic accessories. First, we need to figure out how many solar panels we need to charge your batteries. All of you have a solar panel in front of you. All of them are wired together and attached to this voltmeter, which will tell us how much electricity we're making. How many volts do we have with all the panels working? Let's have the first row cover their solar panels with their hands. How many volts does that give us? Now, while the first row keeps theirs covered, let's have the second row cover theirs. Now do what you feel like. Keep your hand over your solar panel or take your hand off. This is good. It gives me a pretty good idea. I think we need about 8 solar panels facing the sun at one time.
I'm impressed. You're thinking like an inventor, using ideas from different places in new ways to solve a problem. It reminds me of a very creative inventor from Nebraska who used an idea from one place to solve a problem in another. When he was a young man, Harold Edgerton used to spend his summers repairing power lines after thunderstorms. Now in Nebraska, the storms are big ones that can be seen for miles across the prairies. At night, Edgerton would notice that sudden flashes of light given off by the lightning would freeze the motion of the other power workers. Later on, when he was studying to become an electrical engineer, he figured out that you could study a whirling motor with quick flashes of light, just like the lightning had done all those summers. Harold Doc Edgerton went on to invent the electric strobe light. His work led to advances in many fields, including high-speed photography, stop-motion photography, slow-motion movies, and underwater photography.
You make it sound so simple, but this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. I've got all the solar panels on the vest, but some have to be attached in series and others in parallel. You think you're confused? That's not the worst part. I've been reading the manual on these rechargeable batteries, and it turns out they have something called memory, and that means they can lose life as you charge them. Looks like I'll need a different type of battery.
Having a good idea is only half the battle, usually the easiest part. Making your idea real takes a lot of hard work. Every inventor has to overcome obstacles and setbacks. There's usually a wrong turn or two along the way. But if what you're doing is important enough, you'll find a way. That's what Stephanie Pollack discovered when she was working on the invention of Kevlar.
There certainly were many days in which I was very much discouraged, but I'm a fighter by nature, and I would just keep plugging away. In the course of this work, I also had to convince other people that these solutions that looked so very impractical and which were totally new to these people, that they would produce good fibers.
And not only does Kevlar save hundreds of lives every year, but also it is used in many other things, from car brake pads to space shuttle parts.
What?
I said, what's that thing you're wearing?
It's my solar-powered vest. I mean, it's not the vest that's solar-powered. The solar panels on the vest are powering my CD player. This happens to be my very own invention.
That's really cool. Can I see?
Sure. Just remember that it's environmentally friendly, so it doesn't have to look good.
But no one will buy it if it doesn't look good, or if it doesn't feel good to wear. I think you need to make the solar panels fit in better with the design on the vest. I can help out, if that's okay with you. I have some magazines at home that might help us come up with some ideas.
Sure, and I can help you deliver the rest of your papers on the way to your place.
Yeah.
Ah, two talented people working together to make something as good as it can be. It reminds me of two other young people who teamed up to work on some great ideas. Their story is a big part of how computers came to be in almost every home, and what made home computers one of the biggest industries in our nation.
Steve and I had a year which we called In the Garage, and really we were just toying around, playing around, having a little company, not making any money. We might have been a little burst, a bit of fad, and then just gone out of business. If we hadn't had people that knew how to run a business, what kind of people to hire, how to keep your business running and controlled so you don't spend too much money and lose it all. We had really good teamwork at Apple, and that was the thing that separated us from a ton of other little startups back then.
And see how this one looks almost like a shoulder pad? We could do something like this.
Look at these solar panels. They're bendable. They'd be perfect for attaching to clothes. We'll have to email them to see how much they cost.
They look cool, too. Sort of space age.
It's the solar look!
What you are witnessing is a transformation. A transformation from invention to innovation. What do I mean by innovation? Consider the story of Post-it notes.
Who needs a sticky note? The world's gotten along without them for years and years, you know. But when people started using them and finding applications for them in their own lives, very quickly they became addicts, and they all found creative uses for them in their own lives that they wouldn't have foreseen if you had asked them. So by leading them with a product, they found that it solved their real needs for communicating.
That's the difference between an invention and an innovation. Inventions are good ideas, maybe even great ideas. But true innovations always result in a product that people will use. They fill a need in people's lives and offer new possibilities for doing things in new ways. And it always takes many people to make a true innovation.
Clearly, innovation has made possible the development of whole new industries and provided a great boost to the American economy over the past decade. What we're seeing is that this technology is impacting and bringing closer together the whole world. So the whole global economy is benefiting from this great burst of technical innovation.
Our country thrives on innovation, and each new technology gives rise to many more new ideas. Think of the invention of the phone. Now that was a clever idea. Then people thought of ways to let us take our phones with us. This led to the innovation of cellular phones. Innovations in the way computers talk to one another led to the internet, and new ways for us to talk to one another. And getting news from all around the world wouldn't be as easy as it is without our advances in satellite technology. Innovation and technology are always changing and growing as more and more minds join in the process, adding their bright new ideas and their dreams.
This season's latest sensation is electric. It's hip. It's the solar look.
We can make a whole line of solar clothes.
We can even have our own catalog on the internet.
Maybe someday all clothes will be made like this. We'd be really famous.
Matter of putting your mind to it. Each of you already has everything it takes to be the next Thomas Edison or Maria Perez. It takes a bit of creativity, a lot of hard work, help from talented people, and sometimes just a little bit of luck.
Don't go yet, Mr. Thomas. Today is your lucky day. Because in honor of all your good advice and stories, we're presenting you with our very first one-of-a-kind solar fishing hat.
Why, thank you very much.
You want to stay for dinner?
Sure, just let me phone my mom.
I invite you all to come too, but I don't think there's enough food. Thanks for all your help.